Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to 4 p.m. Welcome to Mona, those who are here for the first time, and welcome to 4 p.m. My name is Dean Stevenson, and I'm the chump sat at the piano pushing notes into it and trying to write music all day. So if you haven't read the little blurb on the O device and you're only here because there's a glowing white sign that says 4 p.m. and a bar open, good for you, good choice. Otherwise, know that I started the day with a blank page, as I do every day here in Mona, and at 4 p.m. these incredible musicians arrive and we play whatever I've written today, and then tomorrow I'll start again from scratch and do that. So that day, the piece you just heard was not today's, that was from a couple of weeks ago. Just an example of what can be done in a day. Sometimes it's nice and pretty like that. Some days it's just a steaming pile of shit. It doesn't make any, doesn't have anything to do at all. Some days it's textural. Some days it's really melodic. But who knows? It's just how I kind of feel on the day. Sorry for swearing. I swear a lot. Apologise now. It'll happen again, I'm sure. The musicians today, we have Hayato, Lucy, Damien, and Sophie, ladies and gentlemen. People upstairs, there is a bar down here if you care to imbibe. It's all very fun. So there we go. So every day is a brand new piece, and for those who want to ask, because I'll open up for questions soon, I'll get to the question that's always asked, what was your inspiration for today? We're about to hear the inspiration for today wasn't very much at all. Well, it's not that it wasn't much at all, it's more textural than it is kind of melodic. So we're going to play 4 pieces, today's, yesterday's, Fridays and Thursdays, in a good order, and then we'll see what kind of suite I've managed to create this weekend. That's what we'll do. And as we put together today's piece together, because no one's played it yet, I haven't heard it yet, you haven't heard it yet, we're all going to experience that at the same time. We'll have a little rehearsal, we'll stop and start, and see if you have any questions, if you want to ask about the process of music, or just creativity in general. That's the whole idea. I have this little thing on my stand which I refer to, it's my kind of go-to phrase every day, which is, art is never really finished. It can only be abandoned in an interesting place. And it's extraordinary how when we start something, either it's a piece of music, mowing the lawn, building a set of cupboards, or something else that kind of takes a bit of time and kind of thought process, we abandon it because we think, oh, it's not going to be as good as whatever your standard is. I'm rarely as good as my favourite composers or musicians or whatever, but the thing is, when we're young, I speak from musicians' sake, you can metaphorize this in your own creativity, whether it's illustrating or whatever. Our taste is really good when we're young. Like by the time we're probably 10, 12, 13, we've listened to a lot of music, and we already know what sucks and what's really good. And then when you say you're at that age and you pick up an instrument and you play your first chord on a guitar or your first note on a violin, you go, I sound terrible. I'm not as good as what my taste recognises as good. And it takes a few brave souls to go, I'm going to keep going until I get maybe close, or maybe I'm never going to hit it, but I'm going to keep going anyway. Or maybe I'll get as good as my taste and then I'll get better. That's kind of, I guess, the ultimate goal. And I think too many people want to get to that mark within about 7 minutes and then give up when it clearly doesn't happen. So I come up with this ridiculous idea that I would sit here at the piano each day and just push notes in, and some days it's not good. It's not good at all, and some days it's fine. Like the piece we just played was nice. I have little tricks to get me going sometimes. I'm kind of given notes, and that's my notes for today, so I have to make that work as the piece you just heard. Today, quite different. So we're going to sit down now and start to work through it. This is the 194th day I've been sitting here at the music, satting, I can't even speak anymore. 194 days and I'm an idiot. 194 days of making a new piece each day. I no longer have great stories when I arrive at the museum, other than I'm just tired and thirsty. That's it. So, we'll start working on today's. Hello, musicians.
Hi, Dean.
Hello. So, this one, I think we're going to start the 4 pieces with this. So this has got little elements of all of the things. So, what do we need to say? Look, it starts from 3, 4, the cello is pretty consistent on beat 1 of the bar, lots of pits, and then there's little, I actually did have a line, I had this little kind of a tone row thing, what are the melodies? What are the notes again? So I have a way of getting notes from the alphabet. It's just a little system I devised in order to get me started. And today what were my notes today? I forgot. It was some weird 5-note thing. Anyway, I thought of the word, for some reason, the word unicorn. I don't know why. So each of those letters, U, has a corresponding note. So that's the note. So anyway, that was my word today. So if it doesn't work, blame the unicorn. That's how I started, and then put today together. So that little melody that I wrote comes up. It's all pretty, well, there's not much going on, but it's like it's just disparate and everyone's doing something. So there's always something interesting going on. It's very textural with a lot of melodic content. Let's give it a go from the start. And over-exaggerate this dynamic. And it says the pianist going to go right down and right loud, really make a meal. I've got yuck with those forte pianos, really working hard. Here we go. 1, 2. Even harder. More. Accent that. Accent. There we go. A. Accent. We'll put an accent in front of all those 4 pianos. Stop there for a second, we'll have a pause. Okay, so the musicians have just read that off the page for the first time. So it's and as I was saying to one lady before, unlike for those who've done music and kind of go, oh, I've forgotten, I don't know how to make music, I don't know. There's so much information around each note. It's not just the note itself says bugger all, really, it's just a pitch, but there's all the information around it, as you know, all the terminology of the how to play it, how fast to play it, what texture to use it, so they're having to read all that at the same time. They've got 7 eyes, I'm sure they do. Any questions about all that? Yay! A lot of questions. Go on, here.
With these harmonics,
yes.
Do you want that note, or do you like...
It's a pitch to B, is it a B?
Okay, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yours, where's yours?
After A. I read that as an open A because that's what
Open A, yes, because it's the same pitch as the old one, which is A.
Yes, but is it an open A or is it a
It's coming out harmonic up. I'll give up.
That's the same note, but
Yep, so,
and
yeah.
the F sharp is up an octave.
Yeah, if you can. Yes, please. Yes. Okay.
If you write
Put the diamond
on an
up
open
there.
string,
Yes.
it looks like just an open A.
Yes.
That's not what it is.
There's a piece from a few weeks ago where I've done all open A's.
Yeah, right.
But the same.
So we're talking about harmonics, which is, guitarists know when you lightly touch a string halfway or a certain node point, it kind of rings a much higher note. You do the same with violin, but I don't know how to write them. I've got no idea. So every time we do them, they say, oh, you got to put your remember. There's all this. I will make an effort. to learn next time. I said that last time too, I think. And the reason I did the harmonic was because there's a note in the viola. The viola is like a large, darker violin. You can hold up the viola and hold up a violin if you could, just for size comparison. See how much bigger it is? I call it the sad violin, because it's just a sadder, darker sound. Unlike Damien, who's a happy-go-lucky guy. But there's a note in the viola, and I want the octave up in the violin to kind of accompany that. So let's just go from that bit so we can hear that. From fourth bar of A, please. 2, 3. So if we do it again, so if we maybe bring your volume down so it's like sounds like an artifact of the viola note. We do it again, same place, fourth of A, 2, 3. Focus on the viola note. Good. Hold there. One change. Can I, on the first bar of C, can I get you to come in on beat 3 rather than 2? Make that a 2-beat rest and a crotchet.
And just where we're at with the dynamics, do you want us to peak on beat 3 or do you want us to go to the bar?
Yeah. No, down before. So you're probably peaking on 2, peak on beat 2. Yeah. And down on beat 3. Yeah, it's the end of the next bar quietly. Yeah. Right, so usually what happens is for a concert, you pay money for the ensemble to rehearse before you get there. You don't hear this shit. You don't get to know what we talk about. You just get to see the end product. Welcome. Welcome to the sticking together, the sticky tape bit, a rehearsal. If anybody has any questions, please yell things out. If you're wondering, what are you talking about? I don't understand. Yell, this is informal. This is good. And then in a while we'll play all together. What I'd like you to do, or what I would encourage you to do soon, is to start to make a kind of a mental list, because I trust you're not on your phone, which is really nice and not rude of you, fantastic, it means that our ears are really out. So we're listening to what the music does and where it takes you, what it makes you think of, it someone or somewhere. Hold that in your mind, that place or that person. Let's go there. Because it's not often that we listen to music anymore, we tend to watch it, so let's listen to music and see what happens. That's good. From the C, please. Let's see. 2, E. Up tempo just a bit. D. As soon as you hit that note, yeah. Keep pushing forward, keep the momentum in the end. Tempo going. I think we'll make section G start forte. I'm messing with it much louder. So make section G forte, so we're really kidding that, and we'll bring it down, zip, back down into I. Okay? From the I bit, stay nice and, or maybe mezzo forte for you down at I. Let's make it mezzo forte. Moderately loud. Let's go from I. 1, 2. That's it. As soon as you hit the note, start flying up. Like we do those dynamics on viola. You'll hear this melody come up on one of the other pieces. So the suite has connectivity. That's the end. Now the musicians are going to make some more notes on their page, just make some things about the way they should play, which fingers to use. I don't make that information because I have no idea how to play these instruments. I obviously don't play a violin or any of those. So they're going to make some notes. While anyone asking has any questions or queries or yes, sir? Yeah. Ooh, that's a bit of a weird question. I'm not sure I can. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I tend to spend the morning before lunch just throwing rubbish onto the page, and then come back after 2 or so after lunch, and then sort of see what I've made and put them into some kind of order. But I try not to. What I do, I use the metaphors of horizontal and vertical, and probably everyone has their own idea of this. You know, when you start to do something, especially like you're writing a musical, you're writing an essay. If you're at uni, you write an essay. If you write one paragraph and then go back to start and start, already you're checking your grammar and your phrasing, you're screwed. Like you're not going to get anything more than a couple of paragraphs done in a night, and the essay is due tomorrow. Like it's bad. So you have to ignore your grammar, ignore the spell checking, what I call vertical. Like these chords go vertically, da 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 da. So harmonically, vertically is the same as checking grammar. I have to kind of ignore that and for hours and hours and hours and just kind of go horizontal as long as I can. Otherwise, I just start to critique my own work well before it's got legs. And I advise you to do the same thing. Just go horizontal as long as you can. So I guess I just threw notes at the page this morning and then made some corrections. But I did want to make sure that it kind of somehow works in with the other 3 pieces, so as a suite that makes sense. That's probably what I did. Yeah, probably what I did. Okay, there's a question over here. Do you ever use different instruments, or do you write for the same one? It's always string quartet. Yeah, the madness is that I thought if I had the same instruments every day, then the challenge is to make it fresh every day. That's my own stupidity in making that rule for myself. So far I'm going completely mad as I thought I would. So everything's on track. Yeah, everything's on track. And I guess I like strings. Yeah, it's good. So should we play this one front to back? And then when we get to the end, we'll decide whether we do it again or whether we keep going with the others. Okay? Here we go. This is day 194. And the order, so as you know, will be today's, Saturdays, Thursdays, Fridays. I think they're in that order already.
Sorry, today's Saturday.
Today's, then Saturday, then Thursday, then Friday. Should we go a bit quicker, or are we happy with that tempo as a feel? Yeah, okay. What do you think? Yeah? Here we go. Hayato, Lucy, Damien, Sophie. Okay. Now to Saturday's piece, which is the second of 4 pieces in the suite. This has the attack at the end. Thanks, Sophie. Just off the page for Damien, is that what happened? Yeah.
Yeah, I've got page 1 here, so
Great, cool.
so we don't have to.
Okay.
You can go almost straight on.
Okay, great. Here we go. This is Saturday's piece. That was Saturday's followed by Thursday's piece. 2 days, and now we're going to hear Friday's piece. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hayato, Lucy, Damien and Sophie. There we go. That's the 4 pieces written so far this weekend. The idea is not to produce anything gold, although they do make it sound incredibly good. It's just to get something done by 4. And 190 for 2 days, 4, whatever it was. I don't know. Lost count. I'm here till July, so there'll be many, many more. And you can tune into this project by a number of ways. There's a mailing list here. There's also a live stream on this camera on the stand in front of you, which is to my YouTube streams and music. You can watch all of the live streams again, everything. Some of them that we thought were really amazing. The lightning struck. We went into the studio and recorded a double album. You can buy that from here. There's also a digital download if you don't have a CD player anymore. I was thinking of putting them on cassette. Apparently that's cool now, but I don't know. Maybe later. Thank you very much. Unless you want to hear one again? You want to hear one of those again? Is there anything? What's that? You wouldn't want to hear one again? The first one. The first one? Today. You want to hear today's again? All right, I'll play today's again. And I'd like to invite you to do something special for me. We'll do today's. There's enough of us here that are left. How about you come and stand around the stage? So come up and stand nice and close, so we can really get a sense of this day. Get close to these instruments. They're amazing. Stand right up close. That's the way. Come around behind. I'll try and turn the microphone off so I don't yell at you now. Standing close. You can follow the score for any muso buffs. Okay, here we go. This is day 194.
Thank you.